Hey, welcome back. As promised, in this video I want to show you the monitor I'm currently using in my setup, the ASUS TUF Gaming, almost 25 inches. The great thing about it is that it's an affordable monitor, but it still delivers good quality and solid gaming performance. I've been using it both for my PlayStation 5 and with my MacBook. So in this video I'll walk you through its features, how it performs with the PS5, my overall experience, and whether I think it's really worth it for the price. I picked this model because I recently bought the PlayStation 5 and I wanted a setup that would let me enjoy its graphics, good colors, and take advantage of the 120 frames per second for smooth gameplay, while keeping things comfortable. At the same time, I wanted a monitor that I could also use for work on my PC without spending too much, something that would let me figure out what I really like over time and eventually upgrade later on. So, if you're interested in more content, drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel to support me. Starting with aesthetics and design, I have to say it's simple but still modern with that full-on gaming look. The screen bezel is super thin, except for the bottom one, which is a bit thicker and has the silver ASUS logo in the center. The panel has a smooth matte finish that helps cut down on reflections. The size is exactly 24.5 inches, but the nice thing is that this model comes in different sizes. I went with this one because I'm not a fan of huge screens. It's a good middle ground, the perfect medium-sized monitor, especially if you don't have a ton of desk space. The monitor is lightweight, easy to lift and handle. The shell is entirely plastic, fairly solid, although it creaks a little when you move it, but at the end of the day it's going to stay put. The back has a nice design, giving it a more aggressive gaming-style look. It also supports VESA wall mounting. In the box, you'll find the original stand, which is solid and stable on the desk. The only limitation is that you can't adjust the height or swivel it side to side. You can only tilt it. That's why I'm using it with a monitor arm, partly because I prefer a more minimal look, and partly because it gives me way more flexibility. Another reason I went with this monitor is connectivity. It comes with two HDMI 2.0 ports and one DisplayPort 1.2, which means I can easily connect both my PlayStation and my PC without having to switch cables all the time. On the side, you've got large buttons for the menu, easy to recognize even though they're tucked away behind the screen. There's also a scroll wheel that makes it much easier to move through the menu. Next to the ports, there's a headphone jack. But the thing I personally find super useful, since I always aim for a minimal setup, is that the monitor has built-in stereo speakers at 1.5W each. They're basic speakers. The sound quality is decent, nothing amazing, but they save you from having to add external speakers. I'll let you be the judge. Okay, now let's get into the visual quality and see what its strong points are. Overall, I really like it. The colors are bright and vivid, and they make you feel immersed in the game with all the details and shades. For example, just look at the brightness and colors in Genshin Impact. They're really beautiful. On the technical side, this model uses an IPS panel with a max resolution of Full HD. That means you can't take full advantage of the PS5's 4K output, and honestly, I find that a bit frustrating. The image quality is good, but text looks a bit pixelated and it lacks that sharpness we're now used to on newer smartphone screens. There's also no HDR, so you can't use that feature on the PS5. But that's really down to taste. HDR tends to boost colors and make them less natural, so for some people that's not a big deal. And I'm curious, do you prefer HDR, or do you like more natural colors? Let me know in the comments. So what are its real strengths? Even without 4K or HDR, this monitor lets you play super smoothly. The panel supports up to 180 Hz, so you can get the most out of the PS5's 120 frames per second. It also has a handy feature, an on-screen FPS counter, so you can see how the console is performing. Another plus is AMD FreeSync, which lets you take advantage of the PS5's VRR, making everything even smoother, perfect for fast-paced titles like Call of Duty, Fortnite, or Gran Turismo. On top of that, it has a 1 millisecond response time, so movements are sharp and ghosting is kept to a minimum. There's also ASUS Shadow Boost technology, which brightens up dark areas without blowing out the bright ones, improving the balance of the image, especially useful in night scenes or darker interiors. Overall, the visual quality is really good. Of course, it's not on the level of an OLED panel since the blacks aren't as deep, but it still gives you a great gaming experience. The brightness is solid too. Even in bright rooms, Images stay clear and easy to see. Viewing angles are excellent when you're right in front of it, but if you move too far to the side, you do notice a bit of loss in clarity and some reflections in certain spots that affect visibility. So yeah, make your friend sit to the side while you stay in the sweet spot. From the menu, you can also adjust colors and customize the image to your liking. Plus, it has a blue light filter mode that makes the image warmer and easier on the eyes if you're using it as a PC monitor. So, after using it for a while, here are my personal thoughts. I think this monitor is really solid. Image quality is great. It takes full advantage of the PS5's graphics with vibrant colors and fast response times. I haven't had any lag or screen issues, and its tech easily keeps up with such a powerful console, giving you everything you need. 120 frames per second, strong connectivity, audio output, and solid build quality. The only thing I find a little limiting is the resolution. Being capped at Full HD, you miss that extra sharpness, whether in games or for PC use. Don't get me wrong, the text is readable, colors are accurate, and overall the quality is good. But you really notice the limit in things like video editing or photo editing, where detail sharpness is important. That said, I think it's still a great balance. I paid around €130 for it, and for the performance and quality it delivers, I'd say it's an excellent choice. So, would I recommend it? My answer is yes, if you want to save money but still get smooth gaming performance. This monitor can give you plenty of enjoyment, especially considering its affordable price compared to the quality you get. Whether you're just starting out or simply want to spend less, I think it's a very valid option. Of course, today 4K resolution is becoming the standard for gaming, and a slightly bigger screen like a 27-inch would showcase that quality better. But in the end, it all comes down to what you're looking for and the budget you have. So what screen are you using right now? I hope this video gave you some useful tips for your choice. If you enjoyed it, leave a free like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss upcoming tech content. See you next time.